Yulan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And with this video, I filmed it quite spontaneously. I want to give you a quick insight into the new battle pass that's coming tonight, so you can see the video about an hour before. And don't worry, there are a lot of new things in there. There will be definitely some complicated things in there. And of course, I will make videos on all the single things I quickly talk about and just introduce you to with different videos in the next days. The update 61 is, of course, kind of Make It So Part 2, because we had the Battle Pass Make It So Part 1, and it is the continuation of Make It So. So it's Make It So Part 2. And there will be a lot of new stuff. I quickly just tell you before I go to the single ones. That's the Section 31 Faction Store, the Wave Defense, a new building that's called the Facade, a new battle simulator minigame, new offices, new missions, and some other stuff. Yeah, the Section 31 faction and the Wave Defense and this new building, the Facade, that's going to be a little challenge, I guess. I mean, on Monday we tried to do an incursion. Didn't happen because you couldn't switch servers, and that didn't work. So it will be interesting how many bugs they will introduce now, especially with something very new like this wave, and also not only a wave defense but also the new battle simulator and stuff. It will be interesting. You know that I love the game, but you also know that I'm not sugarcoating, and the bugs are something that are another feature of this game, honestly. We have to talk about the building first. It will be located right next to your ship hangar then, and it's available from Ops 30. And this facade will allow you to access the new wave defense and also the Faction 31 faction store. So if you are below level 30, like many of my viewers are, I know you just started the game, you will have to wait a little bit for this. But it will increase weapon damage, hull health, officer stats, and it will give resources for the new Armada Quick Start functionality that you can get via the Faction 31 store. But as I said, I only want to give you a quick introduction. I will make a video on the building in the next days, of course, as well as I will on the new fleet commander, and that's Luther Sloan. So he is now the 6th fleet commander you can have. Sloan, you know, the one that, how do I say it? He kind of created the virus that was supposed to kill all the founders, and the one that died when he tried to hide the cure from Miles O'Brien and Dr. Bashir. I liked him a little bit in the episode where they went to Romulus on this conference, but otherwise I didn't like that character very much. But Section 31 was kind of introduced with him into Star Trek. He's a tactician, a mechanic, and an escapist. I will not go into the single things here because I will make a video on Luther Sloan as well, of course. Then we will, as expected, have new officers, and those are the two I have expected before they publish this. That's Enterprise E. Riker. He will have a captain's maneuver with increasing impulse speed, and that could be nice, although not very helpful in battle because you need the real PvP combination. And he increases critical hit chances in his officer ability, so no below deck ability. And we have Enterprise E. Troy. She has no captain's ability, but an officer ability. She reduces the opponent's shield health. That sounds quite nice. And the below deck ability she has, because she doesn't have a captain's ability, increases critical hit damage against hostiles only, though. There will also be 20 new missions, 15 core Make It So missions, and 5 wave defense missions, with which they want to introduce the wave defense, but also the faction and the gameplay. But they are all operations 30 plus. I mean the wave defense missions, because the building and the wave defense is 30 plus, so the missions are 2. But there will also be new refits, and unfortunately there are 2 of them. I will have to see, without some support from my viewers, if I can test them live already, because as you know, the channel is too new that I can invest too much money in there, and with 2 new refits they will cost, and I will have to look if I can get them or if I have to just bring you in theory in videos. But I will definitely talk about them in the next days, but in which way I cannot tell you now. The 2 refits are available through the Section 31 faction store as well, so I can get them later if I cannot get them now. By the way, if you wanted to support the channel for stuff like this sometimes, and the amount doesn't matter, have a look in the comments I always put in the beginning of the video after publishing. There usually is my Patreon and my PayPal down there, if you ever thought about supporting. But the clandestine refit for the Defiant increases the content of the Defiant Amplified Claim bundle by 50%, which I really like. And the Enigma refit for the Tellius increases inert nanoprobes gained from killing Borg probes with the Vida Tellius by 50%. And add a 3rd refinery option for converting them to charged nanoprobes. So like the Meridian refit, so to speak. And there will be new Prime research nodes. One is a shield health boost. One is a delta spike that works on the Voyager refinery payout. And so there's these 2. But Prime, if you want them immediately, you will have to get them through the shop, as we know. And there's something very new, because there's a new event type, and that's buff events. They are giving a significant buff to all commanders, which will be claimable via the gift tabs once the event starts, so for free, and that's nice. And there are 3 events scheduled for this month. One is one where you have Armada Hunt, where you get a 50% damage increase to armadas for 48 hours. And then there is precious prospecting. Oh, someone complained about my pronunciation, by the way. I'm not a native speaker, so if I make mistakes, I do make mistakes. That happens. But just saying, the people who complain about my language, I'm not perfect in English, and I know that. But I still try to do good videos for you with a lot of advice and stuff. If you can do that in the videos in German as well, at least, as I can do them in English, then you can complain about my English. Just saying. And the 3rd one is the Great Hunt, that gives a 50% damage increase for 48 hours. Oh, the mining one, by the way, was for 72 hours. What they say is that you cannot see them in the Exocom slots in the beginning now. Once you will get it from the gift tab, it will automatically start and run for those 48 or 72 hours. But they want to make it easier to spend in the future. But we heard some of this future stuff about the territory capture season as well, and so we will see what happens then. But another thing they will introduce is the battle simulator, and they say it's the first mini game where you can fight starships in real time battle simulations, and like the iconic ones like the Bird of Prey and stuff. Looking forward to that. I will make a video definitely on that one as well, because you can level, you can get rewards there, and I'm looking forward. And they also do some cosmetics and stuff like this. But with the battle simulator, with the new event, with event buffs, with the fleet commander, maybe not so much, but at least with the new wave defense and the new building, Last arc was terrible with the bugs because we couldn't play for ages. I usually am an optimist, but I really hope that they tested more this time, because with all this new stuff, and whenever they introduce new stuff, they often destroyed some of the old stuff that worked. I'm not so confident that we will get some smooth playing tonight. I keep my fingers crossed, but after the incursion on Monday, I'm not that optimistic that I can play this properly today. But usually they get it fixed after some time. Last time it took really long, but after some time they will get it fixed and you finally can play it. So I will not promise when I will make a video on which topic here from this new stuff, on the single ones like the Facade or the Battle Simulator, whatever, or on Riker or Troy or the refits. I don't know when everything will work, and so I will not give any promises. But I promise I will make videos on those single parts, of course, to give you an introduction, and especially my viewers who just started the game, to give the information for their future, so that they, from the day one when they get it, can use it. And that will definitely happen. If you have any thoughts on what's to come, I'm always happy when you write comments, so I'm looking forward to that. And for now, I just want to say there's another video right here chosen by YouTube for you. In the end screen, I'll see you there. I'll be back.